Japan and the Philippines, once quiet economic partners, have long shared a history shaped by trade, migration, and cultural exchange. For decades, their relationship was defined by commerce and people-to-people ties, with both nations focusing on economic growth and development. But today, they're forging a new kind of alliance, one centered on security and mutual defense, in response to rising regional tensions and the shifting balance of power in Asia. Their partnership is evolving beyond trade and culture, growing into a shared commitment to regional stability, the rule of law, and the protection of vital sea lanes that connect their economies to the world. Japan, long bound by a pacifist constitution since the end of World War II, is now stepping up as a security provider in the region, expanding its role and responsibilities. Meanwhile, the Philippines is seeking new allies and partners beyond its traditional security relationship with the United States, looking to diversify its defense ties. The catalyst for this transformation: a more assertive China, whose growing presence and activities in the South China Sea have pushed both nations to rethink their strategies and priorities. The Philippines, on the front line of South China Sea disputes, faces daily challenges to its sovereignty and maritime rights, and Japan, heavily reliant on these sea lanes for energy and trade, now sees its own security as deeply intertwined with the fate of these waters and the stability of its southern neighbor. This alliance is about more than just military hardware. It's about building trust, enhancing capability, and presenting a united front for a rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific. The decision for Japan to provide major military hardware and assistance to the Philippines marks a historic turning point in Asia's security landscape, signaling a new era of cooperation. Together, they're building a new foundation for regional defense, sending a clear message to the world that the status quo will be protected and that aggression will not go unanswered. This is the story of two maritime democracies, bound by shared values and common interests, choosing to shape their own future in an uncertain world. The Philippine Navy faces the daunting task of defending one of the world's longest coastlines, a responsibility that stretches across more than 36,000 kilometers of islands, reefs, and open sea. This immense maritime domain is not only beautiful but also rich in resources and strategically vital, making it a constant target for outside interests. Yet the Navy must do this with an aging, underfunded fleet that struggles to keep up with modern demands. Many of its ships are decades old, showing the wear and tear of years at sea and lacking the advanced technology found in neighboring navies. Most of its ships are outdated, many inherited from other countries after being retired elsewhere. These vessels, while serviceable in calmer times, simply can't match the sophisticated threats and rapid escalation of tensions in the South China Sea today. Chinese vessels routinely operate in Philippine waters, harassing local fishermen, shadowing Coast Guard patrols, and often outmatching the Philippine Navy's limited resources. These encounters have become more frequent and more aggressive, putting Filipino livelihoods and national security at risk. The Philippines' few modern frigates like the BRP Jose Rizal are stretched thin, tasked with covering vast expanses of ocean, responding to emergencies, and maintaining a visible presence all at once. It's a monumental challenge for such a small force. This vulnerability has made the need for a stronger, more capable Navy urgent. Military leaders and policymakers alike recognize that without significant upgrades, the Philippines risks being left behind in a rapidly changing region. Japan's offer of warships is a game-changer, providing not just advanced ships but the numbers needed for a real, sustained presence at sea. These vessels bring new capabilities, from better sensors to improved weaponry, and signal a new era of cooperation. A larger, more capable fleet means longer patrols, faster responses to threats or emergencies, and a credible deterrent against those who would challenge Philippine sovereignty. It also allows for more joint exercises and cooperation with allies. These new ships will allow the Philippines to protect its interests, safeguard its fishermen, and assert its sovereignty more effectively in disputed waters, something that has never been more important. The partnership with Japan is a vital step in transforming the Philippine Navy from a symbolic force into a real regional player, capable of defending its territory and contributing to regional stability. For Manila, this is about more than just ships. It's about survival, dignity, and standing up to growing pressure in its own backyard, determined to chart its own course in the face of uncertainty. Japan is transferring 6 Abukuma-class destroyer escorts to the Philippines, a leap in capability for Manila's navy. These 100-meter, 2,000-ton warships are designed for coastal defense and anti-submarine warfare, a crucial asset against China's growing submarine presence. Equipped with sonar, anti-submarine rockets, and torpedoes, they add a new dimension to Philippine maritime defense. The ships will be refurbished with updated Japanese systems before transfer, ensuring years of reliable service. This deal more than doubles the Philippines' principal surface combatants, instantly boosting its naval presence. For Japan, it's a historic first, exporting major warships and stepping into a proactive regional security role. For the Philippines, these ships are both a symbol of new friendship and a practical tool for defending sovereignty. This transfer marks a new era of cooperation and deterrence in the South China Sea. The warship transfer is just one part of a rapidly deepening defense partnership. The 2024 Reciprocal Access Agreement allows Japanese and Filipino forces to train and operate together, laying the groundwork for real military cooperation. Joint drills began almost immediately, building interoperability and trust between the two militaries. Japan has already supplied patrol vessels, aircraft, and radar to the Philippines, strengthening maritime security. These efforts move the relationship beyond equipment sales to genuine strategic alignment. Japan is not just providing tools, it's training the Philippines to use them and practicing side by side. Together, they're building a credible deterrent, signaling that any threat to the Philippines now means facing a united front. The U.S. is actively supporting the Japan-Philippines partnership, seeing it as a strategic win in the Indo-Pacific. This trilateral alliance, Japan, the Philippines, and the U.S., forms a powerful security network, often called JAFIS. In November 2025, the three navies held major, joint exercises near the disputed Scarborough Shoal, sending a clear message of unity. These drills focused on maritime awareness and anti-submarine warfare, directly addressing regional threats. For the Philippines, U.S. involvement adds a critical layer of deterrence. For Japan, it extends its reach. The U.S. benefits from more capable, self-reliant allies sharing the burden of regional security. This alliance is reshaping the balance of power in Asia's most contested waters. China views the growing Japan-Philippines-U.S. alliance as a direct challenge and has responded with both rhetoric and action. Beijing accuses the trio of stoking a new Cold War and escalating tensions, while flexing its military muscle in response to joint drills. China's economic retaliation, like banning Japanese seafood and discouraging tourism, shows it's willing to use trade as leverage. Recent incidents, including a Chinese destroyer colliding with a Philippine cutter, highlight the real risks of confrontation. Both Japan and the Philippines must balance security needs with economic ties to China, their largest trading partner. Yet, faced with increasing assertiveness, Manila and Tokyo are betting that closer security cooperation outweighs the risks. The alliance is a calculated gamble, but one they see as necessary for their sovereignty and regional stability. The arrival of Japanese warships marks a turning point in the South China Sea, signaling a new era of regional security cooperation and shifting alliances. Their presence will fundamentally shift the balance in the South China Sea, challenging the status quo and sending a clear message to all regional actors. For years, China's overwhelming naval presence has dominated these waters, allowing it to intimidate neighbors, project power, and control the narrative around disputed territories. But with the arrival of more capable ships, the Philippines can now maintain a constant presence, deter harassment, and better protect its fishermen and coastlines. This enhanced capability means they can respond quickly to incidents, assert their sovereignty, and support local communities. The anti-submarine capabilities of the new ships further complicate China's operations, especially for its strategic submarines, which now face greater detection risks and operational challenges. This forces Beijing to be more cautious in its maneuvers and limits its freedom of movement. A stronger Philippine Navy, equipped with advanced technology, empowers Manila to enforce the 2016 Hague Tribunal ruling, assert its rights, and defend its maritime claims with greater confidence. Supported by Japan and the U.S., the Philippines gains not just ships, but also vital training, intelligence, and diplomatic backing. The Philippines now champions a rules-based order over might makes right, advocating for international law and peaceful resolution. This move could inspire other Southeast Asian nations to reconsider their own security strategies and invest in strengthening their own defenses, leading to a more resilient and united region. The transfer of these warships is more than a symbolic gesture. It is a catalyst for a new, more balanced status quo in the region, reshaping the future of the South China Sea. The Japanese warship transfer marks a turning point for Asian security. Expect deeper trilateral cooperation, more joint exercises, and greater intelligence sharing among Japan, the Philippines, and the US. For the Philippines, integrating these ships is just the start of long overdue military modernization. Japan's role as a defense supplier may expand, inspiring other Southeast Asian nations to follow suit. China will likely respond with more pressure, but Manila is now better equipped to stand its ground. The region faces a new, more contested equilibrium requiring careful diplomacy to avoid conflict. Middle powers like Japan and the Philippines are no longer passive, they're actively shaping their security environment. This alliance could become a model for regional cooperation, ensuring Asia's seas remain free and peaceful for generations.